Well, I'm Herb Lawrence with the Arkansas State University Small Business Technology Development Center, and I'm here this afternoon with my good friend Robb Roberts from First Community Bank. Robb and I have known each other now for about, when did you move back into town?
2008.
In 2008, I think that's when we first met. And Robb has been a very big proponent of not only the ASU Small Business Technology Development Center network, but he and his bank are very big proponents of small business, of trying to help small businesses in our area succeed. And Robb has also worked very closely with us in our previous Independence County Entrepreneurship Bootcamp programs, sent a lot of folks to us, and has helped in putting the program on. But I thought rather than selling the entrepreneurship program for this, I would like to have Robb, with all of his experience, kind of explain a little bit to all of y'all out there who are thinking about starting a business. You need a little funding, so you obviously think about your friendly neighborhood banker. But what is it exactly that commercial bank is going through that commercial banker's head when you walk in with your business plan on a napkin and tell them you have the best thing since sliced bread? Robb, what do you do with those folks?
Well, you know, I guess with all things, the greatest fear factor is unknown. I always say the reason why we're scared of the dark is not because there's something there, it's because we can't see what's there. And the future is unknown. It's our job as lenders not to eliminate risk, because there's nothing that we can do that will absolutely 110% eliminate that risk. It's to manage it. And if we can fill in the blanks, and there are many of them, especially with new startups, that help us understand what the cash flow will be. We have a cash budget, we have a marketing plan, we have really a comprehensive business plan. Then instead of just guessing how this thing's going to go, throwing it up to the wind, we have a concrete plan. If we can put that in place, I think we're miles ahead.
Well, and I agree. Absolutely. You've got to be able to, and one thing I've always tried to tell our clients in the Small Business Center is when they're looking at that business plan or that funding proposal that they're going to bring to a lender, they need to be writing it with the reader in mind. And one of the things that we see when somebody comes and just says, I wrote a business plan, would you look at it before I take it to my banker? They're writing it from their perspective. They're not thinking about exactly what does my reader need to see. So, Robb, as the reader, when somebody's bringing a funding proposal or a business plan, what is it you're going to key in on? I mean, obviously the marketing portion is going to be critical. You've got to make sure there's enough business there. But what do you flip to start looking at as a rule?
Well, I'm going to, obviously, I think you have to look at the cash flows. If I've always said, I think it's borderline criminal for a banker to put someone in business just based off of the abundance of collateral. If they cannot, if the business cannot meet its debt obligations, its expense obligations, it's similar to our bodies. If we are lacking blood, we're dead instantly. And cash flow is the blood that's flowing through the veins of our business. So I think that we're going to look at that first. But you know, I think that of all the years I've been doing this, and I've been in banking for 17 years, of all the proposals I've ever looked at, I've never had someone that's handed me a proposal that on paper doesn't work. I mean, the numbers are always there, but what can differentiate one business plan from another is the obvious research that has gone into building those numbers, not just pulling them out of the air, not just a wild guess, but hard numbers based on traffic counts, on the market need. It's very clear who has done their research, and when you see that, I mean, I won't say it's a ray of sunshine coming down from heaven, but it's not too far from it.
I understand. And that's something that we stress with the Entrepreneurship Bootcamp, is that we help you during that 6-night period create a feasible and realistic plan that is built on actual market research information about your industry, about your traffic count, about your competition, so that when you walk in, you have documentation for that lender that supports the plan, that supports the numbers that you use. So anybody out there who is thinking about starting a business in Arkansas, especially in the Batesville, Independence County, North Central Arkansas area, we're going to have 6 nights here in Batesville starting on Thursday, October the 11th, for our Entrepreneurship Boot Camp. Every night we will cover a different subject. We will bring in a successful business owner who will talk a little bit about his trials and tribulations in getting started each night. And then, depending on the topic, we will have a small panel of experts. So the night we talk about funding sources, you probably will see Rob there. And then we'll have a little bit of platform time where we talk about the topic. Then everyone's going to be able to sit down in their groups and actually work on, in some small groups, and work on their business plan. We're going to provide the attendees with a business plan software program from Business Plan Pro. It's a $150 value that attendee is going to get to keep forever. You spend 6 nights and you're going to have a feasible business plan. The registration cost is $50 for all 6 nights. The good news too is you come for 5 of the 6 nights, you get a $150 software package to keep and use. You prepare a draft of your business plan. You come to our graduation supper, which is free at one of our local country clubs. You're going to get your $50 back. So you're going to get not only experts in the area working with you on your plan, a software package to help drive you on. You're going to actually be able to recoup the money that you spent on it. You can't beat that. Rob, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And you will, if you join us for our boot camp, you'll see Rob out of there. Thank you.
Hope to see you there.
Thanks, Rob.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No.